South African business leaders at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland, continues to celebrate the new attitude towards South Africa as an investment destination. So they say that meetings have become easier given the burst of positivity around South Africa since Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa was elected as the new ANC leader. The rand broke below 12. You've just heard a couple of the reasons to the dollar, while Ramaphosa has been leading a delegation to the meeting that brings investors together with politicians and leaders of world organizations. Business anchor Francis Hurd is there and spoke to the CEO of Barclays Africa, Ramos, and her deputy, Peter Matlare.
All right, we're standing in the Congress Center, the epicenter, very busy at the moment. The World Economic Forum in full swing, and I'm with Barclays Africa CEO Ramos, Deputy Peter Matlare, and banking is a big issue. Let me just first ask you, Maria, how's it been, Davos, for you this year, and what does Barclays Africa hope to get out of it?
Well, it's been actually very good, I think, for not just for us in Barclays Africa, but I think for South Africa and actually for the continent of Africa. We see there's a number of presidents from across the continent here. In fact, Zimbabwe is here for the first time, and that's really positive. And actually having a delegation here from South Africa led by the Deputy President, I think there's a newfound confidence amongst the South African delegation, and I think investors are turning out for the South African events, and South Africans who are here, you can sense and feel the confidence amongst the South African team, and if you have confidence in your own country and in what we are doing, that rubs off on others. I've always believed that you cannot have external investment, foreign direct investment, or foreign investment into a country if the citizens of the country don't believe in what they're doing. So I think that that's certainly for us. I don't know about what Peter's going to say, but certainly for us and for me personally, this has been one of the best Davos meetings in a very long time.
Is the future bright in South Africa? Because it may be positivity here, but we're still looking at another downgrade, low economic growth, and your fortunes are so tied to South Africa's economic growth?
Look, the future will always be bright if we work at it, right? So if we're prepared to put in the hard work, take some of those tough decisions that will lead us to where we want to get to. It's always been the case, pre-94, post-94. So that's not different. It's about rolling sleeves up and getting on with it and hopefully making the right decisions. And as Maria said, that environment's being created. On the balance of the continent where we've been for over 100 years as Barclays, again, we've got strong positions, great teams. We work hard with our stakeholders to make sure we de-risk whatever we do in those markets. And there's an excitement. There are lots of businesses, whether they're out of Asia, out of Europe, that are excited about wanting to do more with us as Barclays Africa because they see that opportunity. So, look, hard work. And, my boss, she'll make sure I work hard, right?
What if you speak to her nicely?
Francis, I think the other thing we must understand about the World Economic Forum this year is that the theme is creating shared growth in a fractured world. And, that's really important because there's been a huge amount of conversation around this forum about the fact that the global economy is actually going to is growing at the fastest rate since the global financial crisis of 2008. So growth per se is not necessarily the challenge. We're going to have 3.9, maybe even 4% growth. We see that from the IMF's latest forecasts.
We just have to catch up with the world.
Well, for us, yes, but there's also something else that's fundamentally important here, and that is when you look around the world, this growth isn't evenly distributed. It's not inclusive. It's not generating the social inclusivity that the world requires. And there are lots of people that are being left behind, not just in South Africa or in the continent of Africa, but actually pretty much everywhere. So there's a huge amount of progress, but whether you're looking at on the social side or on the political side, whether you're looking at trade, where you see more and more protectionism causing huge amounts of challenge and more fracture and the possibility for more fracture, there's growth, but there's emerging risks, and those are the risks. If you want more inclusivity, if you want more growth, you want more sustainability, you want more social cohesion, we're going to have a different kind of growth and a different kind of world, and we have to be aware of the risks that are building up as society fractures and where those fractures are and how we deal with those fractures. And I think in our continent, whether you're in South Africa or you're in Ghana or you are in Kenya, we need to be aware of that. And we have a particular responsibility as corporates to do that. A lot of the work we do in programs like Shared Growth as a bank is about reaching out and being part of the communities we work and live in our own small way.
I hope we can chat in future about corporate responsibility, also such a big issue at the moment. Thank you both for your time here at the World Economic Forum in Davos in Switzerland. That's a wrap for now.